this module, we are going to discuss about literature review. Why do we need to do literature review? As the name suggests, literature we are trying to review. Now, the concept is what type of literature are you going to review? You have a research problem. Now, you need to review literatures around the research problem so that you can gain a comprehensive overview of the previous studies which are being conducted in this discipline. It helps the reader to understand what is studied till yet and what is not known. So you understand the boundary of the knowledge, and that helps the researcher to further the boundary of the knowledge. So in a good literature review will help you to understand what is already known on the topic and what is not known which can be carried out in your study. A well-done literature review will have themes of concepts which you are looking at. Take, for instance, you are doing literature review on emotional intelligence. Then various themes of in terms of how this word emotional intelligence was coined to the current state of knowledge in emotional intelligence have to be reviewed in a sequential manner so you understand the time-based progression of the concept of emotional intelligence. And these changes, what has occurred, you may classify it in themes. Like in the one of the themes of emotional intelligence would be earlier, wherein they were trying to define emotional intelligence into 4 quadrants to how these quadrants were tested over the period of time in different sectors, different domains, and so on. So this is the place where you identify the theories behind the particular concept which you are studying. Take, for instance, if you are studying the technology adoption of technology in organization, then you may use theories like technology, organization, and environment to explain the rate of technology adoption in organization. Or even Rogers diffusion theory may also be found out in order to explain the rate of technology adoption in an organization. The concept in a literature review is not to reinvent the wheel. That means whatever study, if it is done earlier and you are studying the same concept, then you need not reinvent the wheel. That makes the concept of literature review more dominant compared to another. Now, a question arises, what type of literature review one should do? Whether it is a traditional review or a systematic review. And also, what type of materials should one review? Whether it should be journals, books, and so on. So to answer the question, in a literature review for an academic research, we review journal articles which are journal articles or conference proceedings which are of a reputed nature. Take, for instance, you have databases like Scopus, Web of Science, wherein this databases includes journals which are peer reviewed and of good quality. So it is, as a researcher, refer good sources of study so that your study will also be of a good quality. A good literature review demonstrates that the author has a good understanding of the topic. It provides what is the weakness in the literatures regarding the topic you are studying and the shortcomings which could be overcome by your study. This brings the end to this module.